Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Today is Sunday, September the 7th, 2025. We are beginning a new week of trading. Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate y'all joining. Who we got in the building? We got Shep in the building. Shout out to you, Shep. We got Daryl in the building. Shout out to you, Daryl. What's up, Ryan? Shout out to you. Appreciate y'all joining. It's been about a week. Again, just touching grass. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's been real just dry lately. You know, prices, they're suppressing price, so it's still at a discount. So hopefully you're taking advantage because we got a lot of opportunities out there in the market. Still giving y'all opportunity, but a lot of y'all are stressing you out. A lot of people's problem is they need this right now money, all right? A lot of people need this right now money. A lot of people put a lot of capital into these crypto markets and they're expecting a return on investment. But guess what? Little do y'all know, the markets are 100% manipulated and rigged. All right. And that's what I teach y'all. That's what I show y'all. What's up, Ed? Shout out to you. Let me get a quick roll call. Y'all shout out where you from. We got the Bay Area in California in the building. Shout out to the Bay Area. Daryl, you said really dry? Yeah, Daryl. They just suppressing price. You know what I'm saying? They suppressing price. Let me see right quick. What is this? What is this on my screen? Let me remove this right quick. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I got to get this off my screen. Whatever this is in the top right. I got to get this off the screen. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, let me shrink it a little bit. What's up? What's up, Boomer? Shout out to you, man. We got East Coast Canada in the building. Shout out to you, Ryan. We got LA, California in the building. We got Idaho in the building. It should be starting to get in the cold up there in Idaho. Shout out to Idaho in the building. All right. Excuse me. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tap into the Patreon if y'all want to get any type of technical analysis training, any type of mentorship. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. The link is pinned to the comment section. So let's look at some prices. Let's come over here and look at these prices. All right. Today is Sunday. We're beginning the new week of trading. Currently, we got XRP trading at $2.88. We've been back and forth. Maybe y'all took advantage. Maybe y'all didn't take advantage. There was an opportunity in there to accumulate at a discount, but we're going to take a closer look at it here in a moment. We got XLM. You know, a lot of these assets have been at discount. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all been taking advantage of some of these prices. We got XLM trading at 36 cents. We got XDC trading at 7 cents. HBAR 22 cents. HBAR is a steal. XDC is a steal, and XLM is a steal. We got Bitcoin 111,000. Not a steal for us average retail people. Ethereum 4,300. We got Quant 102,000. I believe last week sometime, last week, Quant got down below $100. That was a good opportunity for y'all that needed some QNT. Oh, DAG. Okay, if y'all don't know, DAG is my favorite right now. DAG is currently trading at 2 pennies. I might go ahead and drop a bag on DAG when I get off this live stream. I mean, I've been accumulating, but Constellation DAG at 2 pennies, all right? I feel like that's the best opportunity amongst all these assets. We got, one second. All right, my bad. All right, we got IOTA trading at 18 cents. We got Algo trading at $2.31. We got ICP trading at 482. ICP is at a great steal as well. We got Sologenic trading at 31 cents. We got Solana, $206. For y'all that like Flare sitting at 2 pennies. Cardano, y'all let me know in the chat, Flare or DAG, which one y'all choosing? Would y'all like Flare or would y'all prefer DAG? What's up, Victor? Shout out to you. Shep, you said 90 degrees up in Idaho? Damn, that's above average. I know a lot of people probably watching football right now. You know, it's the first week back of football season in the States, so I'm sure a lot of people are tuned in, but I did watch some football. I did partake a little bit today, but now it's back to business, all right? This money does not sleep. So a lot of them, the average person, the average American people are distracted right now through sports. I also think the VMAs come on, the Video Music Awards come on tonight. So a lot of distractions going on. Also, it's a full moon for y'all that believe in the full moon cycles when it comes to the market. Now, it's one thing to believe in them in the physical reality that we live in, but it's another thing in the crypto markets. All right. It's currently 7:49 Eastern Standard Time. So here in about 10 minutes, we will start the Asia session. Asia session will begin. All right. Asia session will start to begin. But y'all let me know, Cardano or DAG. They're both sitting at 2 pennies. Which one would you prefer? Which one would you accumulate right now at this time and moment based on the technology, based on the opportunity? One is dealing with DeFi. One is dealing with data, big data. So which one would y'all prefer? Because they're both sitting at 2 pennies. So which one would you partake in? No, Excalibur, you only could choose one now. Now I know we both right now you can get both. Yeah. We know that. But if you could choose one, you had to choose one. So that's the game. That's the pop quiz. But choose one. If you can only have one, would it be DAG or Flare right now at this moment? All right. Victor, you said DAG. Ryan, I'm gonna get a bag of DAG. Yep. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Let me see right quick. Let me fix this right quick. 1 second. Try that right there. All right. Victor, I think it can go lower. What can go lower? DAG? We're going to look at it. We're going to take a peek at it. We're going to do some deep analysis. This one, I don't have no news for y'all. So y'all let me know in the chat. I've been tapped out. Me and my community, if y'all are in the Discord, we've been focused on futures trading. All right. We're in there. If you're somebody who's strapped for cash, you need to learn how to trade. You need to learn the skill of technical analysis. Tap into the Patreon if you want to get mentorship or lessons. All right. Mentorship or lessons. But we've been tapped into the futures markets, and that's a whole different world outside of crypto. All right. Still dealing with trading, still dealing with technical analysis, but we're in there trying to get cash. We're in there trading for cash so we can have more capital, whether that's just to pay a bill, whether that's just to buy more of these digital assets. All right. Because crypto, they just been suppressing it. They've been holding it. While they're holding and suppressing crypto, there are more exciting opportunities in other markets. That's what I'm pretty much trying to bridge the gap between. All right. But DAG definitely, I think DAG probably hit his peak. Shep, only news is coming this week macro. I'm talking about crypto news. When does Congress get off their ass? You know what I'm saying? When does Congress get off their ass and come back to the public? And when do they handle their business? Don't we have some significant dates coming up this month? Also, I know the Fed, they're going to be cutting rate. Well, can't say that. You never know with Jerome Powell. But let me see. I'm looking at the economic calendar. I believe next week. Yep, next Wednesday. That's going to be a high impact day. Next Wednesday, Fed rate decision. There's going to be a Fed rate decision. You know, people just know for sure that they're going to cut rates, but you never know with these people, all right? It is what it is. We can't control. It's whenever they're ready to do shit. But one thing I do notice, the stock market, some of these assets are preparing to start moving higher. That's what I'm looking at in my analysis. So if you haven't taken advantage ahead of this rate announcement, because there's been a lot of opportunities at discount. If you have not been taking advantage, goddamn it, you should have been taking advantage, because if they cut those rates, that's going to be a risk on environment for crypto stocks, etc. So we shall see. September 17th, FOMC. Yep. That's next week. So next week we got a active week in the market as far as news. All right. So this week we got an active week this week as well. So we shall see. What else? All right. Cardano trading at 83 cents. Chainlink trading at $22. All right. What's y'all favorite asset right now? What are y'all looking to accumulate? ZBEC trading at 0.00. It's not even a penny. They're holding it. Ondo trading at 91 cents. Stronghold SHX trading at 1 penny. Ooh, discount. Let's go ahead and blow that up right quick. Well, I'll come back to it. SHX at a discount. All right. Sui 340. VChain 2 pennies. Axelar 29 cents. Aave 302 and Velo. And I need to go ahead and set up a new I need to go ahead and set up a new tier. I need y'all help. Let me do this right quick. Let's see. What's up, Jay Manson? Shout out to you. Shout out to you in the building. Shout out to the Discord in the building. What's up, Donna? Shout out to you. All right. Appreciate y'all joining on this Sunday. All right. On this Sunday. So what I want to do right now is I want to create a new crypto matrix. I need to add some more. Let's create a new layout on TradingView. I'm gonna call it Crypto Matrix 4 because I know there's some assets that I don't really look at, and I need y'all help. All right, I need y'all help putting this together. So it'd be very well appreciated. So all right, in the top, let me see right quick. 8. All right, 8. Let's see if we can add 8 more assets. All right, 8 more digital assets. So, all right, in the top left, y'all give me some assets that are valuable, that has real use case. All right, give me some assets. Y'all let me know in the chat. Let's fill this out. I'm trying to look for 8 new assets to start watching in the crypto market, and I would like y'all participation. All right, so in the top left, let's start with the top 4 rows. All right, y'all let me know. Start naming assets. It'll be very well appreciated. Y'all give me 8 assets. Y'all let me know. 8 assets that I have not talked about. Henry, thanks for all you do, boss man. Appreciate it, Henry. Shout out to you. I appreciate you joining. If you're thankful for what I do, I'm just grateful that you can join and watch the channel. What's some assets that I never talk about that y'all are interested in so we can start looking at it? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all just start reeling off assets. Flare, Solo, we already got that ship. I already talked about Flare and Solo. So the ones that y'all named that I already got listed, I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all come up with some new assets. I'm looking for 8 more. It's so many, and I follow pretty much the major assets, the ones that are relevant. But I believe we can fit in 8 more. XSwap protocol, silver. Now we just talking about crypto. We just talking about crypto. I'm gonna go over silver though and gold tonight. All right, slow down. Let me see right quick. XSP. All right, let's add that. Let's add XSP. Appreciate it, Night Owl. Shout out to you, XSP. All right, we're gonna add that. XSwap. I already got Chainlink. Is it, y'all got to help me out now. Is it XSPA? XSpector? XSPA. I already got Ondo, Shep. I already got Ondo. I already got Zenfin, Henry. Let me see, XSwap. What's some that I mean, I'll cover most of the major ones, but y'all can let me add some more. XSwap, USD. This might be it right here. XSwap. This might be it right there. All right, is it currently trading at? Is it currently trading at 3 pennies? TSP Flowkey. Not meme coins. Now, don't give me no meme coins. Is Flowkey a meme coin? All right. Give me things that have real utility. All right. I think Flowkey is a meme coin. We added XSwap. So I got XSwap up here. XSP USD is the correct one, boss. I got that up here. XSP. No, wait. Let's see. XSWAP. Let me see. XSP USD. They give me XRP pairs. I think I had it. Are you sure? Night Owl, are you sure? XS. Yeah. You got me thrown off. There we go. We had it. There we go. I got it up there. So we got XSwap. All right. Trading at 304 on XSP. I got for XSwap USD 0.03. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Give me some major assets. We need 7 more. 7 assets that we have not currently covered, and I would like to start looking at it just to cover it for y'all. All right, the major ones we already covered. So what's some more? What we need to cover? I'm trying to get the engagement going. I'm trying to utilize y'all for filling this out. So we need 7 more assets. Which one of y'all want to cover? Hyperliquid. Is that Hyperliquid? Is that one? Never heard of it. I got Sui. Hype USD, Hyperliquid USD. Fuck it, I'm gonna add it. All right, Hyperliquid. Damn, that shit is $47. That's crazy. I got Sui. All right, I need 6 more. Crow. All right, that's a good one, Crow. All right, we got Crow. Crow currently trading at $26. All right. I need 5 more. 5 more. TZ. Say Amp. Let's go look. Amp. Don't give me no bullshit now, Amp. I'm going to add it. Amp is currently trading that point. It's under a penny. Algo. Already got Algo ship. Already got Algo. All right, we got 4 more. We got 4 more. Y'all let me know. Four more. Come on now. I know y'all are diverse and into like 100 different assets. And y'all can't tell me 4 more assets. Come on now. I know y'all are all over the place. Render. Let's go look at Render. Render. Let's go add that. Render USD. That shit is currently trading at 348. Tron. All right, let's add Tron. I know about Tron. Tron. Tron currently trading at 33 pennies. AVEX. Let's go add AVEX. I think I already got AVEX. Let me see. No, I didn't have it. Yep. So we added AVEX. So I need 1 more. DIA. DIA. All right. So we got a new list. We got a new list we can look at. Anything else? Maybe I could swap something out. What should be swapped out on here? I know Tron, XSwap. What, Chronos, what could be swapped out of here? Are y'all let me know, are these valuable assets? These are, I know some of them are, or are these things with real world utility? Do they make sense? You know what I'm saying? I'm going off y'all word. Is this something we should add to the YouTube and cover these different assets? Or is this a good little 4th list of crypto assets? Y'all let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and save it. All right, so we got a new list of crypto assets. All right, so appreciate that. I appreciate the engagement. We can also swap these out over time in case something else becomes more valuable. I'd like to add it to this list if y'all let me know. Appreciate it, Shep. I'm just grateful for the engagement, Shep. I'm grateful for the engagement. So now let's look. Let's come over to y'all favorite digital asset. All right, favorite digital asset. I'm on the monthly time frame. This is what y'all been waiting for. Clearly, all right, clearly. So how y'all been feeling for the past week? Have y'all been thinking like, man, this shit is gonna crash? What y'all been feeling like? When is this shit gonna hurry up? What's the sentiment been like for XRP lately? Cause I don't know. I'm invested and I'm not even thinking about it at this point because I'm trading different markets. We're over here in the futures markets. Those are some fun markets. Victor. TradingView got a promotion that expired in 5 hours. I got the premium for $215 for a year. Shout out to you. TradingView is always offering promotions and sales. The best charting platform available right now. And I'm not even connected to them. Ryan, you said you're chilling. You've been chilling. That's all you can do, Ryan. You just been chilling. Okay, the sentiment is just chill, quiet. Are you ready to go? It kind of looked like okay, let me show y'all right quick. So y'all remember last time we left off, and let me hide some of this. Let me hide some of these trend lines on my chart. All right, so y'all remember the last time we left off? What did I highlight for y'all? All right, matter of fact, didn't I call this a month in advance? Didn't I call this? I mean, this is a monthly time frame. Didn't I call this area and price? I highlighted this like the entire month of August. I said I need to see how we close on August. August was a sell-off month, and I highlighted what is this below the market? What is this, y'all? Tell me what this is that I'm highlighting right here. Mark, I'm just holding XRP, but every now and then I wonder, am I crazy? You're not crazy, Mark. It's just a time thing. Shep, I wanted it to hit the BTC at 250, 260 range for one last accumulation. Still might go down there. Ryan, yes, Ryan, fair value gap, yes, Shep, or BTC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So we already traded down into that, all right? It's not random. I called this before August even ended. I said, hey, look at this fair value gap on the monthly time frame. What do? We opened up, we traded down into it, and now we're rallying, all right? It didn't take long. It didn't take long. Now, are we done? Well, we're going to have to go lower or underneath the engine, all right? We're going to have to go a little bit closer to price to see, okay, how low does this want to go? Or is it done? Was that the entry? Boom, just like that. And now it goes. When it dropped down there, it created a low of 270. How many of y'all in this chat took advantage of $2.70 XRP? Because they didn't offer to you, they didn't give it to you long at all. They just gone. Tapped it and go. Tapped it and go. Some of y'all probably been waiting for lower prices. I don't know, but we're going to take a closer look. We got 23 days left in the month of September. So we got a few more weeks until September closes. Once we close September, then we will go into the fourth quarter of 2025, Q4, which should be an exciting time for y'all that have been here for a very long time. I want to see Q4 do things that we seen last year in Q4. And then I want to see it roll over into the first quarter of the year. All right. I want to see us go into the first quarter of the year. I did some more HBAR. Yeah, HBAR still at a great discount. A lot of these assets are at great discounts. And I'm hopefully y'all took advantage. You know, XRP is kind of expensive right now. I believe like 2,000 XRP is, no, how much? Yeah. I believe like 2,000 XRP is like $5,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? So, no. Yeah. It's like $5,000. It's real expensive right now. So, there are definitely other assets. Ryan, not buying none, been holding, buying other assets at discount. Smart man, Ryan. Definitely a smart man, for sure. Let me see. But yeah, we're definitely at discount. Definitely. Well, we already dropped down the discount. Let's look at the 3 month. Go out to the 3 month time frame. So on the 3 month, we got 23 days left. Y'all give yourself a round of applause for sticking through the third quarter of the year. All right. It's almost done. Be patient. All right. Don't spaz out. Treat your loved ones and your wife, you know what I'm saying? Treat them with care. Don't be angry at them because XRP didn't do nothing that you expected to do. I believe some wives out here are going through domestic violence because some of y'all are angry that XRP isn't doing what it need to do. So definitely, take a walk. You know what I'm saying? Don't do domestic violence because XRP isn't doing what it intended to do. And your wife sitting there haggling you because didn't you say it was going to go to $10,000 by December? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't snap on your wives and your love. Don't snap on your kids. They're innocent. All right. This isn't for them. All right. This is something that you took the path upon. You know what I'm saying? Nope. This was not for them. You decided to make the sacrifice and go through the mental pain of time. That's exactly what it is. You decided to walk that mental path. And guess what? You've been walking it, but you got to keep it together. Keep that shit together. You know what I'm saying? And finish strong. Finish strong. Yeah, keep that shit together and finish strong. Mark, you have cameras in my house. Mark, I know, man. I know. Listen, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, your wife, I thought you said it was going to $1,000 by December. I thought this was going to be the year. And nothing is happening yet. All right. So it's like, now it's like the pressure is on you because it's like you looking at your kids, you looking at the dog. It's like, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You added a few extra bills. You know what I'm saying? You got another car note. So yeah, things are different. You know, things are definitely getting real around there. I already know. Trust me. I already know. Night Owl, you say, why you even telling them? Because, man, you got to tell somebody, Night Owl. You can't just keep it in, Night Owl. Night Owl, you have told somebody, okay? You have told somebody about XRP. It's like, once you get that spark, it's like, damn, I got to tell somebody. We all been there, man. We all been there, all right? But don't abuse your loved ones, all right? Love them. And just know they don't understand the sacrifices that y'all going through with time and mental, just everything. You know what I'm saying? We almost there. Looking at this chart pattern, look at the damn chart. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to the end of the third quarter, about to go into the last quarter of the year. We got 3 months, October, November, December. That shit is going to be here. I believe September is going to fly by. But October, when it get here, it's go time, right? October, November, December, just like last year. Just like last year. Look, let me show y'all. This is a 3-month time frame. Look at the third quarter of, look at the fourth quarter last year. So this candle, this large candle right here that y'all see. But it's just amazing what time can do. Like, it's just amazing when they put you through a time cycle. I mean, this chart is so bullish. It's just insane. This candle right here that I'm highlighting, this was the fourth quarter last year, 2024, October, November, December. All right, here we are. And then just check it out. Last year, the first, second, third quarter, we was consolidating, and then we broke out during the fourth quarter. Well, this year, first quarter traded low, offered another discount, but it closed bullish. Third quarter closing bullish. So it's already outperforming what we did last year in the third, first, and second quarter. First, second, third quarter. It's already outperforming. And then look what we did in the fourth quarter on this candle. October, November, December of 2024. We start the top of the year. We took out the all-time high, but we came down because guess what? Smart money wants another opportunity to accumulate. They wanted another opportunity to buy at a discount. And that's what they did. And that's why I say, hopefully y'all took advantage back in the second quarter of the year when they dropped price down to $1.61. What is this down here? Do y'all see this on the 3-month time frame? I'll show it to you because guess what? All of this shit is documented on my channel. I highlighted all this on my channel. Boom. What is that right there that I got highlighted? I never took it off my chart because guess what? It's still relevant. You know what I'm saying? What did we do? Y'all seen this? Y'all that been watching me real time every day, every time I do go live, all the ones that are committed in day one, y'all seen us drop down to this level. But y'all couldn't foresee what we was going to do in the future. Drop down the discount, fair value gap, BTC, buy side and balance, sell side inefficiency, offered you another opportunity at $1.61. That was the last time XRP been there. I believe that was in like, let me see. Let's go down to the weekly. That was back in April of this year. They offered a discount, all right? Some of y'all didn't take advantage. And yesterday's price is not today's price. So because y'all don't have the vision or the foresight to see or forecast price, y'all didn't see that, man. I remember people saying, oh, maybe it's going to come when we drop down in April. I remember people saying, yeah, we're going to go down to $1.75, 50 cents. There was people still calling for 50-cent XRP. And I said, it's not coming back. All of this shit is documented on my channel. All of it. Drop down to the discount, expand higher, take out liquidity above the market. And now we're just kind of ranging. We're waiting for the third quarter to finish. We got 23 days left. Uptober. I like that. Uptober. Shout out to the 33 people watching. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon if you want to learn this skill set. If you want to learn how to trade. If you want to learn how to learn technical analysis. Tap into the Patreon. All right. Tap into the Patreon. But 23 days left. Let's go down to the monthly time frame. Y'all see me highlight this fair value gap right here on the monthly. We already dropped down into it. We took out liquidity and offered some type of fair value. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, you can see us drop down. Excuse me. You can see us drop down to take out previous week's lows. All right. We take out previous week's lows. We clean out this low right here. See this low? This low was from July, the week of July 28th. So that liquidity pool, we dropped down, swept that low, and also dropped into the buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the monthly time frame. They offered another discount. How many of y'all in the chat took advantage and purchased 270? Now we're back up to 287. So, all right, y'all in the chat, especially y'all in my Discord and my Patreon for XRP. Let's go ahead and get us a weekly bias. What's our bias for the week? If you don't know, bias is simply direction. Like what direction does price want to go reach for? If you don't know, the markets are algorithmic. They repeat over and over again. So what's our weekly bias? Do you see price dropping down again, taking out last week's low? Or do you see it at minimum coming up and taking out the previous week's high? Y'all let me know in the chat. Mr. Q, how is the leg looking now? Ice, ice, ice. What you talking about, Mr. Q? Inform me. How is the leg looking now? Ice, ice, ice. All right, high. Ryan, you say higher? We're going higher? I'm just the comment threw me off right quick. I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? It kind of threw me off my game right quick. But okay, Daryl, previous week's high. Okay. So the last week high was at 292. Last week's high was at 292. We're going to take a closer look here in a minute. We already dropped down the discount. All right. I want to see us come up, potentially take out 292. And let's just say we want to come up a little bit higher. The opening price of this candle right here. That could be a minimum target. I would like to see us push through that, but at minimum, let's see if we can drop trade up to that order block right here. All right, you see this this bullish candle? That's a bearish order block. Let's see if we can trade up into that. All right. We just began Asia, so Asia starts at 8 o'clock. Asia starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From the weekly, let's go down to the 1 hour. All right, we just began the new week of trading, so shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description if y'all want to be a part of my my mentorship and my signal, not my signal service, but my lessons. If y'all want to get my beginner lessons or tap into the mentorship. All right, so as you can see, I have not been active with XRP lately because I've been letting it just do its thing. Just letting it do its thing. So let's go ahead and highlight this upcoming week. Setting up my charts for the week so we can see and forecast where we want to go. SHEP, Wednesday and Thursday will be volatile. It sure will. It sure will. It sure will, because we got high impact news in the market. We got some high impact news. So we're on the hourly time frame. What's the first thing y'all want to highlight? Y'all let me know in the chat. What's the first thing you should be highlighting in the chat? We already took out last week's. Let me see. Did we? Nah, we ain't take out last week's high, did we? Am I tripping? Let's go back out to the weekly. No, we haven't. We haven't. So if you're doing analysis and you know hourly time frame, the first thing you want to do is highlight the previous week's highs and lows. Previous week's highs and lows, because that's going to identify where the liquidity is in the market. Liquidity is the resting orders in the market. That's where a lot of pending orders are resting in the market. So on the hourly time frame, it's showing that we took out last week's high, but on the weekly, it's showing we haven't. But nonetheless, we're going to get to it. So we do know we got a lot of liquidity resting above the market. All right. Market makers are going to want to eventually come back up to these highs. My bias this week is bullish for XRP. I would like to see it come rally a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Rally up and start seeking some of this liquidity above the market. Let's drop down to the 15-minute time frame. What time is it? 8:19. And looks like we're currently selling off. Let's go out to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour time frame, what is this, y'all? What is this that I'm highlighting for XRP? And if you're just joining, we're looking at intraday price action. What is this that I'm highlighting for the XRP right here? Y'all let me know in the chat. What is this? Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. What is that right there that I'm highlighting? Yep, Ron, fair value gap in the form of a BTC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So you can already see we're trading down into that formed during the AM session this morning. So the New York AM session, ever since then, we've just been ranging. We took out some liquidity over here to the left, and now we're just ranging inside of this, all right, ranging. So pretty much waiting for maybe, let's see, probably waiting for London session overnight. It's probably what it's doing. So I'm gonna be monitoring this. That's where we're currently at. But if you don't know, I'm bullish for the week on XRP. I want to see it rally. Now, if it decides to come down for whatever reason, go out to the daily. Okay, yeah, we took out the high on Sunday. All right, my bad. So yeah, we took out the previous week's highs on Sunday. So if you look at 2 weeks ago, we got a ton of liquidity resting above the market that we're going to refer back to after we come out of this discount. Now we'll tap back into XRP here in a minute. All right, we'll look at XRP here in a minute. Let's go ahead and look at some other assets right quick. Let's go look at some other assets. Look at Bitcoin. All right, this is a monthly time frame on Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently trading at $111,000. All right, how many of y'all in here hold Bitcoin? And if you're not ashamed to say, because you know, I'm gonna ask this right quick, and don't be shamed to say, because nobody knows you personally, as long as you're not giving your address or any personal information. How many people hold one whole Bitcoin? I want to know. I want to find out. How many of y'all hold one whole Bitcoin? And then another question is, when did y'all purchase Bitcoin? What year? How many of y'all hold one Bitcoin, and what year did you purchase it? Because me personally, I don't own any Bitcoin. Lenny, of course. Mark, you said no Bitcoin. Shep, no Bitcoin. Shout out to you, Lenny. Okay, plead the fifth, Lenny. Plead the fifth. I feel like if you hold one Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? You hold a digital asset that's over $100,000. All right. Regardless of where you purchased it at, you know, some people probably purchased it at, I don't know. What year did you get it? That's what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If you purchased it back in 2017, 2018, then shout out to you. Well, if you just purchased it in 2023, 2024, you know, shout out to you too. But that took a lot of capital. Somebody to drop $60,000 on one Bitcoin. That's crazy. But today, Bitcoin is sitting over $111,000. And I feel like, man, that's a blessing. Mark, you said I sold my Bitcoin to buy more XRP last October 2024. Ryan, no Bitcoin. So a lot of people pretty much missed the Bitcoin wave, and that's okay as well. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? You live and you learn, or it wasn't your time. All right. It was not your time. But Bitcoin right now sitting at a premium. Also coming up on the end of the third quarter. Let's go out to the 3 month. Yep. Coming down to the closure of the 3 monthly. Currently on the monthly, we're kind of retracing. And if we drop any lower for Bitcoin, I want to see it come down to this order block right here, this down close candle. I can see it reaching for that candle right there. Right there. the opening price of that candle. So if we start selling off for Bitcoin for whatever reason, let's take a closer look. Let's go down to the weekly. All right, on the weekly time frame, this fair value gap that was a BTC, now it's inverted. So we could potentially trade down through this and back up above it. So this can be an inverted fair value gap. And if we come down any lower, this down close candle right here, we can reject off of that. So I'm just looking at Bitcoin. It's definitely not at a discount, still at a premium, right? So Bitcoin currently trading at 111,000. Let's look at XLM. XLM currently trading at 35 cents. I'm on a monthly time frame. Every one of these candles take 30 days to complete. Right now, XLM just traded down to a discount. All right. So this is a monthly fair value gap right here. And then we created another one right here. Boom. Created another monthly fair value gap. It's currently at a discount. Well, it just left the discount, but it's still like you might want to chase it a little bit. Throw, it's 35 cents, but you could have just got it over the weekend roughly at 34 cents. I still consider this a discount. So, I mean, 34 cent XLM, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, you can see it drop down, kind of similar to XRP. If the market goes from a premium to discount, discount to premium. If you're looking to be a buyer of any market, you want to buy it at a discount or when price is selling off. You know what I'm saying? That puts fear into people, but that's the best opportunity when price is going down. That's when you start looking for your opportunities in the market to accumulate. And that's exactly what XLM just did. And is it done yet? We shall see. I think it wants to come up a little bit, take out last week's high at minimum. Also, we got this inversion fair value gap right here on the weekly. So XLM sitting at a great price. All right. HBAR. HBAR definitely at a discount, sitting at 21 cents. It's one of the better discounts as well. It recently, a few weeks ago, created a high of 30 cents. So from 30 cents down to 21 cents, that's a 9 cent difference. I'll take that. Okay. I'll take that all day. No diddy. No diddy. Let's go out to the monthly. On a monthly time frame. So we're sitting in an inversion fair value gap. You see that? And then I'm just going to utilize the inversion because there's also another BTC right here. Now you can add that BTC, but I will prefer to just use the inverted because it just price is just hanging out inside of that. And it's below the midway point of the gap. So that means it's at a discount. Definitely at a discount. Lenny, risk on assets about to explode Q4. Yep, I agree. Shout out to you, Lenny. Shout out to the 32 people watching as well. I appreciate y'all joining. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, tap in, all right? Tap into the Patreon. If you're brand new, click the like button, all right? Subscribe. So we're sitting at a discount for HBAR, all right? Sitting at a discount. So HBAR, one of the better opportunities going on right now, 21 cents. Not the NASDAQ, not the S&P. If y'all want to tap into that, y'all make sure y'all tap into that. It looks like the S&P wants to break out. Yeah, if you don't know, the stock market breaking all-time highs as well. So that's a kind of an indication that crypto ain't gonna be too far behind it. Because stock market, if they cut interest rates in a few weeks, guess what's already ahead of that? The stock market is already moving ahead of any type of interest rates cuts. All right. But over here in crypto, they're giving y'all another opportunity before they start moving it higher. So it would be advantageous for you to take advantage. All right. Skip a few meals, skip a few vacations, whatever you got to do. All right. Make some extra money. Sign up to the Patreon. Learn how to trade. All right. Learn how to trade. Ethereum currently coming down after taking out this all-time high. After they took out the all-time high, smart money took profits because Ethereum just took off like a thief in the night. You know what I'm saying? Just back in April this year, Ethereum was down to, let me see. Ethereum was down to $13.85, so around $1,400. And then from $1,400, it shot up all the way to roughly about 49,000. Roughly 49,000. So definitely there was traders inside of this, and guess what? They took profit. They took profits at the all-time high, and now it's retracing. And where is it headed? Well, we already traded down to this BTC right here on the weekly. All right, we already traded down to this BTC. Buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We dropped down there, tapped it. Now we're headed back down there to potentially offer another opportunity at a discount. If it comes back down here, that'll be a price level of 4,100. Shep, I have a little more powder. Might grab some HBAR XLM. Yep, shout out to you. HBAR XLM definitely at a steal. All right, what else we got? Let me pull out some more assets. 1 second. Let's go pull up some more assets. One of my favorite assets right now is Constellation DAG. All right, Constellation DAG. So we're sitting here on the monthly time frame for Constellation DAG, and yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out the dry powder myself. DAG trading at 2 pennies. All right, probably my favorite right now as far as accumulation. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat a two penny DAG token, especially when they work directly with the Department of Defense. All right, working directly with the military, and they're giving. I mean, most people don't know about this, I'm sure, but they're giving it to you on a silver platter. And guess what? It's the information of data, and data is the new oil. So you might want to take advantage of something like this. That's not financial advice. I'm just saying, do your research, because DAG is currently sitting at a discount. Do y'all need me to pull up the website again for the brand new people? Come over to Constellation, their website. And y'all people got to stop being lazy. All right, y'all got to stop being lazy. You got to do some research. You got to do some leg work. All right, got to do some mental push-ups. Come over here to the website, Constellation. DAG is the digital asset. Constellation Network is the blockchain. And you can see their partnerships. All right, they work with AWS, so they work with Amazon, Panasonic, IBM. All right, they're working with the Air Force. Some of these other companies I'm not familiar with. But as soon as the Air Force scrolls across the screen, you will see, all right, United States Air Force, Amazon, all right, AWS, Air Force, just like that. And if you come over here, go to the federal channel on their website, the blockchain standard for the U.S. government. The blockchain standard for the U.S. government. And you can come down here and read the research, all right, do the research. You know what I'm saying? They've been co-signed by the Department of Defense, United States of America. Centralized systems are too expensive and not fast enough to process, validate, and manage the volumes of data required for making quick decisions in the field without significant security risk. Directly from the Department of Defense. Baseline requirements for government and military encryption algorithms. All right. DAG solves these problems for the United States military. And probably way more agencies than that. So that's why I say DAG right now is my favorite go-to, because it's sitting at 2 pennies. Don't make the same mistake like most of us did with Bitcoin in early days of XRP, when XRP was at 2 pennies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, y'all do your own research. Shep, I want more XRP, but I want to see it at 260. Well, Shep, it might not. And DAG is selling off right now. DAG is selling off pretty good, man. I think DAG can come back down. And, man, if DAG goes back to a penny now, all right, let it fuck around, go back to 1 penny. I'm going to spend about, I ain't going to tell you how much I'm going to spend, but I'm going to spend. I'm going to spend. So DAG sitting there coming down to a discount. What else we got? Let's go look at, let me pull something else up. What should I pull up? Let's see. I want to let's go look at Quant. All right, Q&T. So Quant, you got to zoom out on Quant, because if you look at lower time frames, it's going to chop you out. So you got to zoom out on Quant. Quant currently trading at $102, all right? $102. It's just been consolidating for several years now. It's been consolidating all the way back to 2022. Quant has been just sideways chopping. Mark, are you still positive on XDC? Yeah, I'm positive on XDC. Now, I mean, I feel like XDC is going to be here. You know, they got the partnerships, they got all that. Now they will have competition in certain aspects, but still, you know, it's still an ISO compliant token. And they do have real world utility and use case. Now, it's up to you to determine which assets that you want to go with. I always say, if you're not already wealthy, you can't be. There's no way you can be in all these assets. So you got to choose wisely. One thing that I'm doing is I'm being more favor to, I'm showing more favor to American-made blockchain companies. Simply for the fact that, you know, America's going to lead the way in blockchain, according to, you know, your president. We're going to lead the way in blockchain. And they're considering U.S. backed blockchains having certain tax advantages. So that's why I'm going with more U.S. based companies instead of, you know, international companies. But although those companies and those blockchains will still have utility, they can't stop everything. But Quant is one with a low supply. It's not in the billions. I believe it's like 14 million QNT tokens. Recently been doing a lot of research on Quant, you know, the overledger, putting it all together with the help of other people as well. But Quant is a token that you want to hold a few of them. All right. If you can get you about 10 Quant tokens, you're doing pretty well. All right. Get you about 10 of them. It's not, from my understanding, it's not going to require a whole lot. All right. This is one that's going to the all-time high so far for Quant is $425. So off a high of 425 back in 2021 down to 102, you know what I'm saying? That's a massive discount. Mr. Q, you said respect. Appreciate it, Mr. Q. Appreciate it. But Quant sitting at, it's sitting sideways. Is it at a discount? Yes, it's at a discount. Let's go to the 6 month. 6 month time frame for Quant. And yes, it's just, they're holding Quant. They're holding the hell out of it. What I mean by holding it, they're just consolidating. They're letting it just go back and forth. And to be honest, it looks like it could potentially come down a little bit lower. It looks like it could come back down a little bit lower, but we shall see. All right, we shall see. But to me, it's still at a discount at $102. So definitely take advantage if y'all would like to entertain Quant. All right, what else we can look at? I'm trying not to be too long with y'all tonight. I know y'all got stuff to do. A lot of y'all want to watch football, whatnot. Oh, let's go look at silver and gold. Let's come look at the metals. All right, we're going to first start off with silver. Silver currently trading at $40 an ounce. Shout out to y'all that hold silver. Been accumulating it since, let me see, 2020. I'm talking about the physical metal, actually buying the physical hardware, you know what I'm saying? And now it's up to $40. Silver is sound money, it's real money, it's easy to liquidate. Silver has many use cases. So silver is a valuable commodity, all right? So commodities is an asset, and the all-time high for silver is $49.90, so $50 pretty much. And it's very well on its way. It's lagging behind gold, but now it's silver time to shine, and it's doing it quietly. There's no headlines on silver. You don't have people talking about silver. If you want to be entertained with silver, just go to just YouTube it, because there's silver enthusiasts and fanatics all over YouTube, and they'll keep you pretty much up to date with silver. You know what I'm saying? Silver. I prefer silver bars. You know what I'm saying? I like the coins, but I like the bars. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm a kingpin when I hold those bars. You know what I'm saying? And clank them together. But silver is a beautiful, precious metal, and I believe it's on its way to break the all-time high. We got 3 more months in the year. To be honest, I would not be surprised if silver sometime this year take out the all-time high. I would not be surprised. We only got 3 more months, 3.5 more months left. So let's see if silver can. Matter of fact, let's flip a coin. Let's bet on it. Do y'all see silver breaking all-time high this year, Or do y'all see it going into next year maybe? Y'all let me know in the chat. Shep, this is way more entertaining than football. I appreciate it, Shep. I'm grateful to be your entertainment and keeping you locked in with the money. Keeping you locked in with the money. But y'all see silver breaking all-time high this year or next year? Mark, yes, I think it breaks 50 this year. Shep, you say yes. Okay, we got a lot of people saying yes. Remember, y'all heard that shit here first, though. I'm the first to present it. All right, I ain't saying nothing outrageous because you got some people calling for like $1,000 silver. Yeah, that'll come probably in some years. But it's $50 by the end of the year. I think that's well doable and realistic. All right, and then watch the crowd come in. Man, silver, man, y'all been hearing about silver? You know what I'm saying? You gonna be at work and might be, Carl at work gonna be talking to you. He's gonna be like, man, I heard you invest, man. You got that silver, you know what I'm saying? And he gonna be at the water cooler with you. And y'all just gonna be talking about silver and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But silver is definitely a great hedge to currency, fiat currency, which is your dollars. I prefer silver coins and bars over paper money. And that's just me. And silver is also a great savings account that people don't ever talk about. Like silver, okay, which one would you rather put your money in? A savings account at your bank or into the precious metal silver? My precious metal that I have chose to save in silver instead of a bank account has grew way more than what a bank would ever offer you. It's crazy. It's crazy. 1 second. Arthur, boss, you killing me having to pick between you and football. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I just talked about that, Arthur. I just talked about that. You know what I'm saying? I know it's football for some of y'all, but guess what? I'm choosing the money every day because guess what? Even though I'm a football fan and my team lost today and they didn't draft Shador Sanders, all right, I'm still going to choose the money. You know why? Because them athletes are already paid. They're doing what they love to do. Y'all are not doing what y'all love to do, but y'all choosing to watch football. So you got to make choices, all right? I made the choice to learn how to trade and learn technical analysis and sacrifice football for a temporary, because I'm trying to be at some point, I'm trying to have a season ticket holder to a press box somewhere. Well, I can't get that just watching the game. I got to get that by getting to the money. So I'm trying to have be a season holder at some sporting event just because I can. All right. I want my own suite. I want a suite inside of one of these stadiums. I want front row seats. Not people ain't gonna know who I am, but I want front row seats at one of these games. All right. And some of these teams, like, it get crazy. Like, some NBA teams, some football stadiums, they require you to have 100,000 just for season passes. Well, imagine having that type of money just because you can. Not saying I would spend that type of money, but it'll be nice to just have the ability to do so if you wanted to. What's up, Mondo Money? Shout out to you. Arthur, you said you here. You said Brady retired. I'm bored with football now. Shep, there is no competition. Learning how to trade is way more exciting. Yes, Shep. That's why I say, man, tap into the Patreon. We're going to be locked in this week. All right, we're going to be locked in. Taking advantage so y'all can have extra capital to buy the digital assets that y'all want. Arthur, what's bomb is going on the field? It's the best. It's the best. Nothing like it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let me see right quick. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Patreon if y'all want to learn how to trade. If you want to learn technical analysis, make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. Let me see. All right, let's look at gold. Let's pull up gold. All right, gold just quietly, just on cruise control. You know what I'm saying? It's not offering y'all no discount. It's not offering any opportunities to get in. All right, gold currently trading at 3,590. The last discount I remember for gold was during the holiday season last year. All right, and I was telling people like, look, this is your opportunity. But gold not offering no discount, just parabolic. It'll consolidate and then continue. It's not offering any retracements. 35.90. I think gold can get up to about. Okay, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all see gold reaching 4,000 by the end of the year? Or do y'all see it not reaching 4,000 by the end of the year? What do y'all see? Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Definitely need some more gold jewelry. All right. I don't own much gold, but we got, I'm a gold jewelry fan. I like gold jewelry. I also like the coins, but holding bars, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need extra security if you got them bars or whatnot. Arthur, yes, I see 4K by the year end. All right, we got 3 months. 590. All right, what about 5K? What about 5K? That's pushing it out a little bit more. So we at 35.90 right now. Do y'all see 5K by the end of the year? That's kind of pushing it, but you never know. I got breaking news that Donald Trump is speaking. Shout out to you, Mayo. Shout out to you. Let's see right quick. Let's see what Donald Trump is talking about. Let me pull it up right quick. See what Donald Trump is talking about right quick, man. You know, he has direct impact on these markets. And then they got him speaking at late at night. One second. Shep, you said no? You don't see it breaking? You don't see it? Is Trump in Congress? Where is he at? Is he in Congress right now? I've never seen Trump talk to Congress. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Are you sure Trump is live? Okay, let me see. Is Trump live? Let me go right quick. One second, y'all. 1 second. One second. I'm trying to see if Trump is live right quick. Appreciate y'all just hanging in there right quick. I'm trying to see if he's live. I'm gonna have to check out that later, man. I'll watch the replay, but appreciate the heads up. But all right, so gold, we don't see it breaking 5,000 by the end of the year. All right, I don't know. We could possibly will break 5,000 by the end of the year, but definitely reaching up for $4,000, maybe 4,500. 5,000, that'll be crazy. $5,000 gold, and they did it quietly. And the American people, the people around the world, didn't do nothing about it. They didn't be like, hey, we need gold. Where's the gold? You know, the American people ain't doing nothing. They just sitting back, watching their football. You know what I'm saying? While gold, the #1 asset in the world. Let's come over here. Let's come over here right quick. All right. So while gold creeps up, all right, the tier one asset, the most valuable asset in the world by market cap. All right. Gold sitting at an astonishing $24 trillion market cap. Everything underneath it is like pennies. 24 trillion compared to the second most valuable asset, which is Nvidia, sitting at 4 trillion. While gold creeps up higher, 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 nobody decides, hey, I want to be paid in gold. Where's my gold? Where's the country's gold at? Nobody cares about gold, all right? Even rappers, okay? Rappers, they get jewelry and they might get gold jewelry, but they care about putting diamonds in their gold jewelry. And then once they have to sell that jewelry, they devalued the gold price until they take the diamonds out. So I'm just saying. Shep, I think rate cuts will create more money going into risk on, and there will be a trickle going into gold compared to crypto. Crypto is in the up and comer. Robinhood going to be a part of the S&P 500 September 2020, 22nd, 2025. Yeah, man. I think money going to flow everywhere. They're going to pump. They're going to print. Also, we might need to be careful when we ask them for it. People want rate cuts, but what if they just don't stop the printing? What if they just don't stop it and everything becomes just nothing? You know what I'm saying? Everything just becomes cheap and devalued. Well, if they do that, you got to be careful. Just because they want to cut rates, that just gives them the more excuse to kick the can down the road. And I believe they're going to print us to hell, okay? They're going to print us into hell. And only those that are wise, like y'all on this channel, only those that are wise will put that money into the right things, all right? But I definitely could see them just printing this damn money into hell. Let me see. And for people like us, yeah, we're going to be banking on getting rich, getting some money, getting wealthy and whatnot. We're going to be banking on it. But for those that are ignorant, for those that are going on all the concerts, for those that are just traveling, you know, you're working your 9 to 5 and you know, everybody deserves some time, but no, the smart money. What is smart money doing? People that are up and coming, the people that got to get rich, people that's trying to get wealthy, change their circumstances. Those people are sacrificing. Y'all are sacrificing. Y'all see the picture. You can forecast and see down the road what this shit is leading to. So you're making sacrifices right now so that you don't have to suffer in the future. And guess what's coming in the future? UBI. You already know universal basic income is coming. All right. What y'all going to do if you didn't make the right decisions? And in this world, you know, we come into a world of UBI. It's going to be a different world then. Mark Q said, this is the way. Who will be keep buying the treasuries? I believe people are already buying the treasuries. You're going to have companies, corporations, even the Federal Reserve. You know what I'm saying? People will be buying, you know, people will be buying those treasuries. So it doesn't really matter who. Just know they will. They will be doing it. So anytime anytime the United States need more capital, the Federal Reserve will go buy those treasuries and hold us hostage. Okay. No, we can't pay them back. We can't pay back the debt. So they're going to just keep holding the debt over our head. Use your investment gains to play, not your hard earned, but keep it flowing into assets. Yep. That's the name of the game. Create a business, generate cash flow, and accumulate assets. Don't accumulate debts. Get out of debt. All right. Avoid debt. I agree. Everything's quiet right now. Let me go down to, let's say, a 5-minute. Everything's quiet right now. It is currently 8:53. I'm looking at XRP on an intraday perspective, intraday time frame. Is there anything else y'all want to look at? All right, anything else y'all want to look at? Because I'm not gonna hold y'all all night. I got some things I got to prepare for tomorrow with the charts. But anything y'all want to look at before I get out of here? Everything's on the quiet. Remember, we're coming to the last quarter. We're ending the last quarter of the month. Excuse me. We're ending the last month of the quarter, and things are trying to close out going into the fourth quarter. So we might see some back and forth in these next few weeks. Boss, do you think all of this will create a class division between the rich and the poor. Yeah, Red Pill, you know that, Red Pill, you know it. You know it. There's already a class division with the rich and the poor. It's very vast. But you already know they're going to wipe out the middle class, all right? The middle class is next. So the poor is already at the poor. The rich is already the rich. Then you got a class of people that's in the middle that they're trying to wipe out as well. So people that are middle class, got about $1 million or $2 million, knowing you can't keep up and you're not generating any cash flow. You don't own any assets, but you're sitting on $2-3 million. That $2-3 million can get wiped out real quick, depending on your lifestyle and how you choose to live. So then you see natural disasters going on worldwide, you know what I'm saying? Just from the West Coast to the East Coast, North, South, wiping out people's properties, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's already a division going on. Mondo, what you think of the meme Phoenix is pumping like crazy right now? Well, Mondo, let's go take a look at it. Mondo, before I do that, are you invested in it? I want to know if you're invested in it. We can look at it. And as far as what I think, I don't play with meme coins, all right? I don't do meme coins. So, but we can look at it though. Red Pill, a lot of people don't see this. I see a lot of people that will be shocked. Yep, it's coming, Red Pill. It's coming. Shep, I have been trying to get my family and friends to acquire some. No one will. Nope. That's why we are different. And the only difference that what makes you different, well, that's why we are different. That people that watch my channel, people that are tapped in, we are different. The only way you're going to make it through being different is time, submitting to time. All right. Your submission to time, because the markets are programmed based on time. Time first. That's the element, that's the missing element to the markets that y'all don't see and y'all not aware of. The time element. Time is coded into the markets. Y'all might understand BTCs, y'all understand SIBIs, y'all can identify order blocks, y'all can identify liquidity, but the missing element to all the function of the market is time. And it's right there in plain sight, but you can't see time. That's the crazy part. You can't see the time aspect. It's nothing you can see, but it's there. And it's coded into the market. So all these markets are coded to time. And time is what gets you up out of here. The time will show who will be left standing. All right. That's like the fifth element of the universe. So whoever designed the algorithms, they designed it to time first. You're going to hear that here. This is the only place you're going to hear that at, especially in the crypto community. Shep, I missed the Bitcoin run. I'm not missing the utility run. Mr. Q, thank you, boss. Recover well. Appreciate it, Mr. Q. Appreciate it. Mondo, I'm in a AMM pool for Phoenix. There y'all go messing with the DeFi. Are y'all utilizing your XRP? What are y'all utilizing? Are y'all utilizing your XRP for DeFi? And I know there's a lot of YouTubers out here already pushing DeFi heavily. And I'm just going to say be cautious with that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sacrifice your XRP to do so. Do not sacrifice your digital assets to play in DeFi. It is too early, all right? And a lot of y'all go off of what other YouTubers are saying. You got to do your own investigation. You got to do your own research before you start messing with DeFi. And that's just my opinion. If you need to satisfy an itch and make some extra money, learn how to trade. But y'all would ignore that though. Y'all don't want to learn how to trade. Y'all don't want to put the time in and the effort to learn how to trade. Learn the skill set first. And then, you know, study, give yourself some time to study DeFi a little bit more. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel, all right? Arthur, you think we are done with 270s? Let's go look, Arthur. Are we done with the 270s? I'm bullish for the week, but we definitely can drop down lower and come revisit the 270s because we still got liquidity. Are they done with that? I think we want to go higher this week. We shall see. I think we want to go higher. If we don't, we're not done with it because we're so close down here. to the 270 inside this monthly fair value gap. So I think they could possibly come down, but right now I want to see it come up. I'm bullish for the week. The Patreon is the greatest. Appreciate it, Arthur. Appreciate it. Red Pill Awakening. I thought we were supposed to go to 250. Red Pill is a possibility. So don't never forget that. All right. That's a possibility. I gave you different levels. So if you heard me say that, I outlined this BTC right here: buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Now, if you know how to utilize these, you know that we don't have to drop down completely. We don't have to completely fill it in. We can just drop down into it, touch the top of it, and go. And that's what we got so far. So when I call out these levels, I tell you a level of 272, 263, and right there at the midway point, 253. That's if we trade down and start digging deeper into this gap, and we go below the upper quadrant, which is the 0.75 level, and possibility. But we definitely dropped down to the discount and offered you an opportunity. That's the difference. Did you wait for 250, or did you take advantage at the 272 level, or it dropped down to 270? All right. Now people didn't take advantage of it. Now they were curious, like, hey, do we come back down to 270? Why didn't you take the advantage? Why didn't you take the opportunity? Especially if you watch my channel. Especially if you copy and do what I do on my channel. Why the hell didn't you take advantage if you needed to accumulate at discount? And now it's currently not at a discount. It's sitting there at 286. And it's like, well, I'm just going to wait for it to come back down. It might not come back down. It might not. They offered it to you one time and left it. Shep, been amazing support at 270 and 280. I don't think we'll go lower. Yep. So anything else before I get up out of here, man? Anything else y'all want to look at? I may go live during the middle of the week if we get some action. Right now we're in Asia, and price is just retracing during Asia. It's just retracing. As you can see, what profile are we in? That's why it's been dry lately. You know what I'm saying? It's been real dry lately. What's the market profile that we're in? What is this highlighted area that I'm shading in? Let's see. White. What is that highlighted area? What do we call that right there? That should give you an indication of what's going on. XRP BTC chart, bullish for XRP. We already went over HBAR. I went over HBAR, Shep. Went over HBAR. Mondo, quick question. Did you remove a playlist from your YouTube? I think I was watching the video and I can't find it again. I didn't remove a playlist, but how old is the video? Because I have removed, all my videos are there. Some of them are hidden though. So I haven't recently done no hiding any videos. But a lot of my original videos and content, they're still on my channel. It's just hidden from the channel because, you know, we rebrand, you know, over time I rebrand myself, you know, try to recreate myself on YouTube. So a lot of my older videos, you know, I pretty much, you know, they're still there because I don't delete videos, but it's just a little rebranding going on. So it depends on what you was looking at. Arthur, is that a bullish order block? Which one, Arthur? Are you talking about right here? It's down close candle. Sure is. If you're looking at the candle on September, at 6 o'clock p.m. Yep, this candle right here, we traded down into it. Shout out to you for analyzing and seeing it. Traded down to that bullish order block. It's not random. Trade down into it. Opening price. And now we're pushing higher. So for y'all that missed the opportunity, guess what? It's just a missed opportunity. There's nothing you can do about it. It was a trading 101 fundamental video. Well, Mondo, trading 101 fundamental video. I don't recall that one. I don't know. Are you in the? If you're in the Discord, none of those videos are removed. But on my channel, I don't recall. Trading 101. I don't recall a trading 101 video. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. We're talking about the futures markets. No, that should not be removed. Let's go to YouTube. come to my channel. Let's go to lives. You got to look under my lives. So it's probably under my lives. So if you're looking at videos, it's not up there. But if you're looking at under my live streams, there it is right there. All right. That was back in a month ago. Damn, it's been a month. That was July 19th. So scroll back to July 19th. It says Futures Trading 101, Precision Strikes, Mentorship. And you can go check that out right there. So that might be the one you're talking about. Futures Trading 101, Precision Strikes. That was 1 month ago, July 19th. All right. Damn. Time is flying. Time is flying, y'all. Time is flying. So anything else before I get up out of here? Say, okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, go definitely check it out, Mondo. Go check it out. Anything else before I get out of here? I guess everybody's watching football this evening. Crypto is quiet, but guess what? When crypto is moving, that's when I had the largest crowds. That's when I'm breaking records from my own standards. Streams going crazy, but when it's quiet, nobody's interested. People complaining, but as soon as the price get to moving, they kind of come look like, hey man, what's your exit strategy? And I'll be like, I can't give you my exit strategy because we're all different. I have none. $10,000 is the exit strategy. But when the streets are quiet, nobody's interested. And this is the time where us traders, when the markets are quiet like this, when there's nothing going on, this is the time you put in to get way better at this skill set. While nobody's looking, while nobody's talking about it, this is the time you put in to get way better. You put the time in, you take this skill to the next level, and guess what? I'm here every day. I might not go live every day, but every day I'm in these charts, in these markets, every day, 365 days a year. There is not a day where I'm not into these markets, analyzing, watching price, studying, forecasting, practicing my concepts every day. Thanks for a lot for going live tonight. Appreciate it, Shep. Like I said, if y'all not tapped in, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel first. But if you're not tapped into the Patreon, I think I'm going to remove the signals aspect of my mentorship and just be a pure mentorship, because I think mentorship is way better than a signal service. So make sure y'all come over and tap into the Patreon. All right. I got beginner lessons, pro lessons, and soon to be just mentorship, because we're in there every day trading live markets, and you're getting to see how I view and analyze the market real time, how I go about trading. And then you start picking up on that same mentality, that same philosophy, and you start seeing that things ain't random. Things definitely do repeat over and over again. So that's something you definitely want to, experience if you never, because I had to get a mentor. There's no way you're going to learn this shit at a high level without some type of mentoring, some type of coaching. All right. So that's just what I feel. You can go, there's no book that's going to teach you this. There's nothing out there that's going to teach you none of this. So you got to get it hands on and learn from somebody. All right. So definitely tap into that. Definitely tap into that. All right. Time is it? All right, man. We got a light crowd tonight, but for sure, man, definitely I'm going to be tuned in this week. I might get a little bit more active. But when the market is just trading sideways, unless the only way I can do this and keep y'all attention is if y'all want to learn intraday concepts. But 90% of y'all are long-term investors. 90% of y'all are long-term investors. Y'all don't care about the small fluctuations of price every day. But somebody like me, I love that shit, because guess what? Money is being made at all minutes, all seconds. But you long-term investors can't see that. Y'all in the chat, market maker buy model, all right? Market maker buy model right here. You see this? When price went down to discount and it rallied higher, just like that, that's a market maker buy model. And then we already know pre-hand when the market is going to shift. Market shifts and change bearish. Market maker sell model. This is the only way. You got to really want this. And I'm not going to be on YouTube doing this every day for crypto for free. You know what I'm saying? This takes time to learn. But if you're in the mentorship, this is the type of shit we're going over in real time. So there goes a high, low, higher, high. And then we break down, shift market structure. And then what's the first thing you want to see is, what is this right here, y'all? What is this? Yeah, we know ahead of time when the market is going to reverse, and we can sell that, we can buy all that. What is that right there? What am I highlighting? Right there. Also, we got this as well, this candle right here. Let's do a pop quiz. Who remembers? We got 2 entry points on this if we was trading XRP. Now, you long-term investors, y'all not traders. Unless you want to be. You want to learn how to do it, then cool, tap in with me. But we got 2 type of entries right here. And give that another color. And let's see if y'all can name these entry points. We got one shaded in gray. We got one shaded in white. All right, what's these 2 entry points to get short in the market? You said that would change. You enjoy my intraday TA? It's on another level, Shep. What I mainly do on YouTube, y'all have no idea the levels and the depths that this shit goes. All right, y'all have no idea how precise, because I can talk about long-term investing all day, but that's not going to draw y'all in unless you're a certain type of individual. This doesn't draw everybody in. This is not meant for everybody. Shep, yes, you're right. You got a SIBI right here, but what's this one? What's this entry right here? What about this candle right here? What do we call that? If you've been watching me for a long time, y'all should know what this is right here. We got a swing high, swing low, higher high, and then we break down and shift. The market shifts and goes bearish. What do we call this candle right here? Who knows what it is? We got 2 types of entries, SIBI, and then we got a confirmation that the market has went bearish. So yes, you can determine when the market goes bearish. Nope, not an order block. I know it looks like an order block, but that's not an order block. This down close candle right here. I'm taking the wick high and the wick low, and I'm drawing that out over here to the right. We got the SIBI entry. You can use that to get short, or you can utilize this right here. Who in here knows what this is? I've talked about it early on my channel, but for y'all OGs that been over here rocking with me, who knows what this is? I'm waiting. Nope. You never heard me say a bearish engulfing. You never heard me refer to a bearish engulfing. That's not the type of language that I use. That's mainly retail philosophy, but we don't talk about retail concepts over here. I don't knock it. I don't shit on nobody who says bearish engulfing, but you never heard me say a bearish engulfing candle. What kind of candle is this that we refer to in my Discord? Swing high, swing low, creates a higher high, and then we shift, and the market goes bearish. Over here to the left, it was bullish, and then it shifted and reversed it and went bearish. What do we call this candle right here? Somebody knows it. See, these are more in sell side. Nope, not an inversion, not a sell side imbalance. Nope. I'm trying to wait for somebody in here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in here knows this. Or maybe you forgot, because I guess what? I don't talk about it all the time while I'm live streaming. I don't talk about it all the time when I'm live streaming. Not an inversion, not a sell side imbalance. Nope. Let me show you the pattern. It's a pattern that we know when the market's going to shift and reverse. We know this ahead of time. We can see it coming. We can see it playing out in real time. We got a swing low right there. Well, Shep, if you never heard me say it before, then I don't expect you to know it. Shep, you kind of newer. We got a swing high. Swing high, swing low. And then we got a higher high right there. And then guess what? As soon as we drop down and take out this swing low right here, boom, right there, that's a confirmation that the market has shifted. As soon as we take out that low right there, that's a confirmation that the market is going bearish. Never heard me say a diamond pattern. Night Owl, you should know what it is, because you hear it every day. We talk about this shit every day, Night Owl. You should know what it is. Swing high, swing low, higher high, break down, price displacement. And guess what it does? It shifts price action. It shifts market structure and goes bearish. Come on now. Night Owl, you should know what it is. Now, you in the Discord, you hear us talk about it every day. You hear us talk about this every day, Night Owl. Don't disappoint me, Night Owl. High, low, higher high, break down. What do we call this candle right here when price trades back into it? It's not random. It trades directly back into this candle right here after shifting market structure. Not random at all. What do we call it, damn it? I'm about to flip my desk. I'm about to flash out because y'all don't know. What is it? I'm just kidding, by the way. Don't take me serious. I'm gonna give y'all a few more seconds and then I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Somebody gotta know what it is. Boom. And you know, Daryl, I was looking for you, Daryl. Daryl, I was looking for you. Shout out to Daryl. Daryl give y'all the answer. Cause he remembers, he kind of probably was just slow to answer, but Daryl, I was looking for you. Cause I said, damn it, no, somebody in here knew what this was. Somebody in here know what this was. Adam, boss. Wasn't there a time you wasn't too interested in XDC because of lack of liquidity of stablecoins? I've always been interested in XDC. And XDC doesn't have a stablecoin. I don't know what you're talking about. There was a time where I seen that XDC had competition from Stellar and Ripple, but I never said I wasn't interested in XDC because I hold XDC. I never not shit on XDC. I just questioned like, damn, they was primarily trade finance, but now Ripple can do trade finance or XRP and XLM can do trade finance. So now I was like, well, damn, they got competition now. So you kind of got to choose if you want to kind of narrow it down. But yeah, XDC is still going to be there because that's a large market. But Daryl got it correct. It's called a breaker block. All right. Y'all probably, and Daryl, you haven't heard me say that one in a while. So high, low, higher, high, and then the market breaks down. See it break down? That's a displacement. And it breaks down. And what does it break? It breaks this low right here and it shifts. Price action shifts. And then we trade back up into it. See the bearish candle? We trade back into it. Not an order block. It's a breaker block. It's a breaker. Trade into it. You could set a limit order if you was a trader at the low, the lower quadrant, or the midway point. All right. Let's lay a Fibonacci over that. Just like that. And you could set a limit order at the low or the lower quadrant, which is the 0.25 level of the breaker. Or you can utilize the SIBI. All right. And then what does price do? It sells off. It just sells off and goes back down to discount. All right. And what does it do? It attacks the liquidity below the market. And they also offer multiple opportunities inside of this. How many SIBIs can you find once the market shifts? And let's say you missed that opportunity. How many times do they offer more opportunities? Well, look at this SIBI right here. Sell side imbalance. Boom, right there. That's another entry. Another entry point. They displace lower. Here goes another SIBI right here. Boom, just like that. And then eventually we sell off down to discount. They offer another one right here, even though I wouldn't sell this one because it's at a discount, just like that. And then it continues to drive lower. And guess what? We got a low, high, lower low, low, high, lower low. And there goes another market structure shift right there. So let me highlight that for y'all. We got a swing low. We got a swing high. And then we got a lower low. And then what do we see? We see displacement. What do they break? What do they shift? Boom, right there. You see that swing high right there? We break that high. Right there. That's a shift. That's a confirmation. And then what do we trade back down into? A bullish breaker. So the one above was a bearish breaker, but this breaker right here is a bullish breaker. So I'm taking this up close candle right there. It's a bullish breaker. Just like that. And we trade down into it. We go down to the midway point. Is that random? I don't think that's random at all. We trade down to the midway point of the breaker. You can set your limit order at the high, the midway point, or the upper quadrant. And guess what? Price reverses and goes the opposite direction. And it goes higher. And then where does it go directly back to? You remember this SIBI right here that we highlighted to get short? Well, guess what? Boom, just like that. You could have took profit right there. Is that random? Is that random? How much evidence do y'all need to see that the markets ain't out random? They're algorithmic and they repeat over and over again. All right. Not random. Not random at all. So you could have been shorting the market, turn around buying the market, turn around shorting the market, then turn around buying the market again, just like what it's doing right now. So that's the type of shit that most people ain't ready for, and I just don't openly talk about it. So when I'm mainly on YouTube, I'm catering to you long-term investors. But if you want more in-depth, more coaching, more learning how to do this skill set, tap into the Patreon. All right. That's where the value is. Tap into the mentorship, tap into my lessons, and I will show you how the markets ain't random. They repeat over and over again. And this shit applies to all asset classes: stocks, currencies, crypto, bonds, treasuries, gold, silver, commodities, oil, grains, meats. This shit applies to all asset classes: futures, options. It works in all asset classes. All right. And I show y'all that every time. Every freaking time. Look how we just retraced just now. Did we drop down into the fair value gap? Low, 2805. Oh, that's equal low. So we just dropped down. I believe it wants to drop back down into that fair value gap right there. And y'all seen me do this many times live. Over and over again. You only know it's a breaker after it breaks below. Oh, now y'all trying to study. Y'all trying to study the breaker. Y'all trying to take it all in. Y'all trying to learn what it is. Huh? Y'all gonna learn. I'm sitting here giving y'all that free game again. I'm giving y'all free game like right here live on my channel. It's up to you to study it and determine what it is. All right. I just showed it to you. I showed you two different types of breakers as well. I showed you a bearish breaker right here. High, low, high, high, break down. Bearish breaker. We break down. And then I show you once we hit a key time frame or a key level on the higher time frame, low, high, lower, low, shift, bullish breaker, and go back up higher, just like that. So, yeah, man. Y'all need to tap in if y'all really want to learn this. And a lot of this shit, when I'm on live stream, I don't really disclose everything. I try to make it exclusive for my group. I try to make it exclusive, okay? But when I'm doing long-term analysis like I normally do, it's not entertaining to people because price ain't movement, man. Bullshit. Price is moving all the time. Many hundreds, thousands of opportunities every day, intraday in the markets. But y'all are not aware of it. Look how we just trade down to that fair value gap. Look how we return back down to the fair value gap just like that. Not random. Trade down to the midway point. What time is it? It's 9:22. Trade down to the midway point. Let's go out to the 5 minute. 15. Yeah, market's just chopping around right now. Market's just chopping around, consolidating. 1 hour. Yep, sideways chop, sideways. But we already dropped down a discount. So at some point, they might hold it for tomorrow or overnight, London. But yeah, man. Yeah. So I appreciate y'all joining, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all are brand new. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'm not gonna hold y'all all night. Let me see. Daryl, I told a buddy about wanting to get into day trading and making my living off of it. I got laughed at and told it was a pipe dream. Said to just get another job. Okay, man. Okay. Matter of fact, I mean, Daryl, you seeing how price is functioning, right? You see how it dropped down. They can't show you. First of all, let me tell y'all something. When you're trying to pursue something, all right, when you're trying to pursue something that people are not even aware of, people that don't even do it, don't tell nobody what you're doing. Don't tell nobody what you got going on. Keep that shit to yourself. All right. Let them see you shining. Let them see you grinding. Let them see you shining. And then once you hit that peak in that level where this shit ain't once you hit a level where it's like working out for you, then they're gonna be like right on your side, right beside you, trying to figure out what you do and figure out every move you got going on. That ain't no friend. that ain't no friend. The people that's gonna doubt you, that ain't no friend. If you ask me, that's somebody who really, you gotta really question people who doubt you like that. All right. Now, is that random, Daryl? Like, you see me highlight this fair value gap? You see that? We trade down into it, and now we're moving away. Now, if this shit repeats, and I'm showing you over and over again, and if you put the time in and study it, then, I mean, let them believe what they want to believe. All right? Make them believe. You know what I'm saying? It's not random. Not random at all. Boss, when we're all rich, me and you gonna pop champagne. For sure, man. For sure. For real. Daryl, similar response to when I try to talk about crypto. Yep. I think honestly trading is probably crazier than crypto. Like telling people you want to trade. Man, people do this for real. Like people do this for a lifestyle. People do this for a lifestyle. Let me see right quick before I hit up out of here. You told the buddy to buy XRP at $1.97. Then it hit 366 and he wanted in. That's what I'm saying, man. So Daryl, for the person that's like, Daryl, I know you've been putting in time, you know, on your own time, but when price drops down to this BTC like this, and I outline it, and I always tell y'all, you could set your limit order at the top, the midway point at the bottom. I rarely set mine at the bottom, but definitely the midway point. You see it drop down into the gap, use it as support, and then go higher. There's no need to tell nobody about this. Keep this shit to yourself. I feel like me doing this live stream, when I'm on live and I'm showing y'all this shit real time, it's doing too much. I'm doing way too much. People don't deserve to know this shit. Because for one, people are going to try to start it and not finish it. And then they're going to talk about it. They're going to hate on you. So fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. They don't want to learn this. They don't want, when I'm buying my crypto, I'm getting it at whatever price I wanted to get it at, especially at discounts, because I know this skill set. I'm not like everybody else, dollar cost averaging. No, I'm sitting back waiting because I got patience and I know the markets are time based. And I'm sitting back waiting, letting price come to my targets. Instead of every paycheck, I'm gonna put some money towards this. That's some bullshit. That's a lost cause. All right. I'm saving money and accumulating as much as I need to be. So, and watch it trade back up to this level right here. Return back to that level. I'm just saying. And then once you learn this shit, you could be very arrogant. You could be an asshole about this shit. Like you could really like talk your shit once you learn this and understand that the markets are algorithmic, but there's no point in that. You know what I'm saying? Remain humble. I'm saying people that doubted you, they're going to want the lifestyle that you have. Y'all, that whole XRP, people going to want your lifestyle. You're going to have freedom and they're going to be stuck clocking in at work or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's not the life. That's not life. That's one thing that burned me. That's one passion that I got. Like, I got a burning desire. That's why I'm not sitting here watching football. I'm in my office. As soon as I get off this live stream, I'm going to my charts. All right. I'm going to my charts and I'm setting up my charts for the day, for tomorrow, for the week. Over here on the NASDAQ, over here on the S&P, in the futures markets. I have a burning desire to never want to be controlled again. Y'all should have that same desire. If it's not a burning passion to you, if you're not tired of being a slave, then you got to do other shit. You got to pursue things that are going to free you. And then it has to be a burning desire. All right. Trading allows you to set your own schedule, allows you to do what you want to do. Hell, you could trade 30 minutes a day and make what you made at your job for a week. You can make that in 30 minutes a day. Okay. I don't know, bro. Let me see. Red Pill Awakening. Keeping your goals private helps you maintain focus, preserve internal motivation, and avoid the intention behavior gap where the feelings are accomplished from announcing a goal. Yep, I agree with you, Red Pill. Motivation to do the actual work, studies. Yep. Man, I don't even care about football. Me neither. That was a kind of time where football was my life, but I don't fuck that shit, okay? Motherfuckers breaking legs. Motherfuckers not getting health insurance, all right? Even if you break your leg or your arm, you're going to have to deal with that the rest of your life. You're going to have to go through physical pain, all right? When it get cold outside, them kneecaps are going to be just hurting and tingling, all right? Broken ankles, arthritis, gout. You know what I'm saying? Mental, if you play collision sports, fucking mental illness. All right. Motherfuckers break hips. Motherfucker died a few years ago. Somebody died on the field and came back to life. All right. Fuck that shit. Trust me. And they keep celebrating these people year in, year out. Fuck that shit. Trust me. Okay. Just fuck it. You have to say fuck society. You're conforming. Okay. It's like the Roman theater. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember what's the movie? Gladiator. Gladiator is today's modern football. Okay. Gladiator or UFC or whatever y'all want to correlate it to. Gladiator is modern day football. Are you not entertained? All right. Are you not entertained? It's the same shit year in, year out until you fucking die. All right. Don't you want more out of life? Don't you want more freedom out of life? Because guess what? They're going to keep you up late on a Sunday night. And guess what? You got to go clock in at 6 a.m. But you couldn't get any proper rest to have energy at work because you was up late at night watching football. You was up late at night watching football. But guess what? As a trader, you don't have to clock in until 9:30 in the morning. You can set your schedule. You can clock in tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. and only trade for like an hour. You can make your weekly, what you would make in a week at your job, you can make that tomorrow afternoon in one day, in 2 hours. So it's about decision. It's about being exposed to different shit. All right. It's about exposure. You know what I'm saying? It's about being exposed to different markets, different things in life. Once you're exposed to this ain't no, everybody, if you are exposed to this, it's not too many people that's going to get it right. You know what I'm saying? 90% of traders fail because they still have retail mindset, retail philosophy. They don't have in-depth analysis. They chase the market. They looking for money. Quick, I'm talking about they looking for quick gains. They don't have a real strategy. But let me read these comments. Red Pill, you say I speak the truth all the time. Yeah, man, no health insurance. They don't have no health insurance, no dental plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers losing teeth, people playing hockey, whatever it is, man. It's society. I'm tired of society. At some point, society is whooping a lot of y'all ass right now. You know what I'm saying? They're paying athletes multi-million dollars. You know what I'm saying? I know people personally that have made millions in the NFL and they living their life. They retired. They're out of the NFL and they're living life right now. You know what I'm saying? They're in Belize. They're in France. They're traveling the world because they played this game. Just like, okay, so society will accept somebody who's going to be a professional athlete and say, oh, you know, you're successful. But when somebody says, I want to be a day trader, they will shun you down. Ain't that, look how society works. When somebody say, I want to be a day trader that's profitable and successful, they'll be like, oh, that's a pipe dream. But it's not a pipe dream to make it to the NFL and NBA. And there's only like 1% of people that do that every year. And then the average career in the NFL is like 3 years. I hope y'all know that, right? It's like 3 years for the average career in the NFL. So you spent your whole childhood and your whole adulthood trying to get to this point just to last for 3 years. And you can't have a sustainable career in nothing in sports that you train for your entire life. That's the sad truth. TZ, I don't ever plan to work another 9 to 5. Too many ways to make capital. Yeah, man, these smart money, rich people, they find alternative ways to make their money. They don't work hard. The game is to work smarter, not harder. The game is to work smarter, not harder. So I'm just saying, don't never let nobody shit you down. You know what I'm saying? Shun your dreams down or something you want to pursue. Keep that shit to yourself. Don't mention that shit to nobody and you go after your goals. All right. You only got one life. All right. Fuck them. They want to be stuck at the plantation talking to Carl. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be at the water cooler talking to Carl every day? Then so be it. Carl is the one who's disrespecting you at the water cooler, telling you, man, that's a pipe dream. You can't do it. You're going to be still stuck here with me at the water fountain every day, clocking in. No, man, you got one life, all right? You cannot let these people determine what you want to do in life. You don't have to conform. You do what you want to do, but when you do it, make sure you do it at the best of your ability, all right? Do that shit at the best of your ability. Go all in. If whatever you find greatness in, go all in it. Go all in on it. And you're going to fail. Accept failures. And then pick yourself back up and keep going. Shep, I'll do everything. Do it yourself. Home improvements in my finances. That's why I want to trade. Learning this new skill set is motivating. Yeah, man. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. I'm gonna go out here tomorrow, make me $1,500 and fucking, and go about my day. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Shit. Red Pill, the phrase smart money isn't loud reflects the idea that genuine wealth and financial wisdom are often displayed through quiet, consistent actions and habits rather than overt displays of wealth or a constant talk about money. Yep. I agree. Make sure y'all smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, tap into the Patreon. All right. Tap into the Patreon. But yeah, man, I'm locked in. Yo, I'm locked in. I'm about to come over here, chart. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. I'm looking at the S&P. And these are my two markets that I'm going to be analyzing this week, looking for trade opportunities. All right. So this is the market over here. These markets, the futures markets, are the markets that we cash flow in. We create capital. We build our capital. And then we'll take that capital and either pay expenses. If you somebody who got a mortgage, you can pay your mortgage in these markets. You can pay your car note in these markets. After you learn the skill set, by the way, not just jumping in here and gambling. No, learning the skill set, understanding what's going on. You can pay your bills. Or you could take extra capital and deploy it into the crypto market that y'all don't have much money to use. Or you can build up a savings nest, emergency fund, whatever. You know what I'm saying? These markets exist for a reason. Let me go to ChatGPT. I don't think y'all understand. I think y'all understand. One second. Damn, it didn't save. Anyway, it did not save, but I'm gonna ask it again. What is the market cap for both NASDAQ and S&P? How much capital flows through this market per day, per month? All right, so it says the S&P 500, and like I said, these are the markets where we go cash flow in. This is where we get the capital at, and I don't think y'all understand how much money flows through these damn markets. All right, S&P 500 is approximately $54 trillion as of September 26th. That's the market cap of the S&P 500. $54 trillion. All right, that's the market cap, and it's continuing to grow every year. And the NASDAQ, let me see. The NASDAQ is saying about 53 billion. No. No, that ain't right. Anyway, in the trillions, all right? In the trillions. It says rough around Q1. Let me see. Man, what the fuck? Excuse me. Let me re-ask this. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Subscribe. All right. So the market cap for S&P 500 is roughly around $54.5 trillion. All right. That's the market cap. And then for the NASDAQ, it's not showing me for the NASDAQ. But anyway, for the S&P 500, there was roughly around 6 billion contracts per day. Can y'all imagine that? 6 billion contracts being traded per day in the S&P 500. 6 billion with a B. All right. And for the NASDAQ, it's showing about 234 billion per day contracts. I don't know. I'm gonna have to refine these numbers a little bit more, but I'm gonna get the numbers for y'all next time I go live. But the point is, there are trillions and trillions of dollars flowing through these markets every day. There's no other asset class, your job, there's no other industry that will compare and compete to what the S&P and the NASDAQ is doing. And that's why we come over here and take advantage of these markets and we trade these markets. All right. So NASDAQ is 35 trillion. Appreciate it, Lenny. Always with the research. I appreciate it, Lenny. I'm gonna do more research on. I'm gonna get the better numbers because I had to search through ChatGPT to get better intel. But massive amount of money. Okay, massive, way more than the crypto market. That's my fucking point. Now, yes, crypto eventually will catch up to it, but right now that's not the case. And for us to take advantage of right now in the moment opportunities will be best to trade in the futures markets, NASDAQ, S&P 500. Learn this skill set. That type of money flowing through these markets is why you can make fucking $5,000 in a day. All right. You can make $2,000 in a day trading these markets when you know what you're doing. All right. So we just began the new week of the NASDAQ. Let me pull that up right quick. And I'm just going to ask a simple question for y'all. You see the new candle? If we just opened a new week, the all-time high for the NASDAQ is right here, which was 4 weeks ago. That's the all-time high. And I'm going to ask y'all a simple question. What's your weekly bias? Where do y'all see this market going, higher or lower? What's your bias? Do you see it coming up, taking out previous week's high and going up to the all-time high? Or do y'all simply see this coming down and taking out the previous week's low? And with that being said, you should only look for opportunities in the direction that you see is going for. Lenny, you said bullish. Yeah, Lenny, I'm switching to the minis this week. Switching over to the minis this week. With that being said, we're already rallying higher. If you look at the daily time frame, all right, it's already Monday in Asia. I might be up during London, y'all. So I might be up during London trading tonight. So again, we could trade in London, we could trade in New York, but we're already going higher. And we're reaching for previous day's high, all right? And sometime this week, I said it first. The news and headlines ain't telling y'all. Expect possibly that the markets break all-time high in the S&P and the NASDAQ. And these markets are in the trillions of dollars. That's why if you come over to the CME group, all right, go to the CME. We're going to get you the tick value, how much each point costs in the S&P. Let's say the S&P is $50. The NASDAQ is $20 per point. All right. Let's go to markets. Let's go to equities. And then let's see. E-mini S&P. And like I just said, every point for the S&P is $50. All right. Markets. Specs. So if you look, did I click the micro? What the hell? Okay, so every tick is $12.50. All right, so 4 ticks equals 1 point. That's $50. 4 ticks equals $50. So every tick is $12.50. That's $50 per point. And let's see how many points we need for the S&P to go up to its all-time high. Excuse me, I was looking at the NASDAQ, not the S&P. So the NASDAQ is 20 points per tick. Excuse me. The S&P is $20 per point. So from where we're currently at up to the all-time high. That's 295 points. So y'all simply do the math. If you took one contract, which is $20 per point, and multiply that by 295, what do y'all get? What do y'all get? Red Pill, you say you want to see what the ETFs want to do for XRP? Let me tell you, Red Pill, ETFs have nothing on the futures markets. That's why they rolled the futures contracts out for crypto before they even came out with the ETFs. But nobody understands that, even though I talk about it. Yep, Chef 5,900. So imagine finding within this range from where we're at going to the all-time high, somewhere in between. And that's just one contract, Shep. $5,900 with one contract. You can add multiple contracts. So let's just say you're somebody with a lot of equity. You add 3 contracts, multiply that times 3, and you could be potentially looking at a week earning $1,700. All right, this week. All right, so whole different ball game. And if we look at the S&P, how far are we from the all-time high, which is $50 per point? S&P is more expensive. Let me tell you the difference. S&P takes less points. It moves less points than the NASDAQ, but it's more expensive than the NASDAQ. There's more, the market cap for the S&P is larger than the NASDAQ and way more expensive than the NASDAQ. So $50 per point. It doesn't move as much as the NASDAQ, so it moves less points. NASDAQ is volatile. It moves way faster, and it ticks more points. So the distance from where we're currently at with the S&P is about 40 points. And you take 50 times 40, and that's about a $2,000 move once we go higher. Now, that's because we're already reaching for the all-time high. That's not a lot of points. You can actually get that in one day. And I might be looking to get into that sometime tonight. Red Pill, you said, I get that, but the ETFs make XRP more exposed and universal. That's true. That's true. But man, I appreciate y'all joining tonight, man. I'll definitely tap in with y'all sometime this week. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're brand new. If you want to learn how to trade, you want to learn this skill set, tap into the Discord, tap into the Patreon. All right. The link is in the description. And till next time, man, I'll check y'all out later. Peace out.